This project has been quite an amazing project for us. It has been one of those landmark projects that everybody is talking about in Sydney, in Australia. The journey of getting the right design and the journey of unveiling the project to a scale that no one has ever seen. Now for Crown Group, in the heart of us is always about redefining the perimeter of innovation. But when you are presented with an opportunity that is so rare like Green Square, you say, well, how can we push that boundary of innovation even further? How can you bring a futuristic design and turning this into a landmark that people will be talking for decades to come?
Infinity by Crown is part of one of the largest urban regeneration projects currently being undertaken in Sydney at the moment. There's over $450 million being inputted by Sydney of Sydney for the creation of the public park, the civic centre and also a library.
When we announced the design competition and the council was asking us to bring 3 architects, and we did ask for the 4th architect to be included because we thought that having more architects of great calibers can enable somebody to come up with a design that surpasses our expectation. It was quite interesting that the 4th architect submission was the one that everybody fell in love with, and it was Koichi Takada that came up with this amazing futuristic design that it's almost like the laugh at the first sight. You know, it was just like we fell in love with it, everybody fell in love with it, and the council and the other jury was quite confident that Crown Group will be able to deliver a building of that sort of complexity with such a high quality there.
You know, Green Square, the site itself is almost a blank canvas to start with. So we had no reference point. So if you imagine starting from nothing, you know, so you have this infinite imaginations, you know, just the mind went crazy. So we wanted something that's quite memorable, but not just memorable, something that makes impact. A lot of multi-residential today is essentially a box, you know, and very rectilinear and solid. Whereas this building is really fluid and very futuristic, but there's a lot of good public benefit that at the human scale we can celebrate and participate and experience. Architecture that perhaps no one has ever seen.
I throw a challenge to my team. It's very rare to come with a building of this quality, of this design that excites almost not just you as a developer, but everybody else in the industry and general communities out there. So we thought, let's unveil this job the way Steve Jobs unveiled his iPhone. And I said, but just do it bigger. Instead of 500 people or 1,000, go for 2,000 or 3,000 people. People from different facets of the industry, politicians, government, designers, building industries, architects, and celebrities that were turning up. It was just like the big news all over town, and it was also picked up everywhere around Asia.
I think I never seen any event like that coming from any grand launch, and this was really a special event for us.
Underneath our heart was like there's this sense of nervousness. Are we going to make it? At about 7:30 I reached the office and I start seeing 100 people lining up on the outside of our building. We were launching our project there, and by about 8 o'clock, I mean, it was almost like 300 people lining up, and I know that I think we're getting the right momentum here.
I mean, it was the longest queue I've ever seen. And people are just dying to get up and sign the contract. 1 hour we sold about $100 million apartment. Second hour we reached $200 million. At the 5th hour we sold $385 million, and all sold, completely sold. And that was just like a sense of jubilation, a sense of relief from all our team. And it was wonderful to see how when we started from conception, design, we never knew how public would respond. Is this too much? Would people understand this? And to see that response was really wonderful.
The ability for us to be able to go through and create a building like Infinity by Crown was definitely setting a new benchmark within the industry.
We wanted to change the way people live, and we wanted to change the way people see architecture. It's about people sharing passion for excellence, about being an innovator and not an imitator, being a leader and not being a follower. Infinity by Crown Group, I think that's going to be an iconic building for the city of Sydney.